Hola and welcome to the Forensics Detailing channel. Hit the subscribe button as always. Right, today the legend that is Imran from Into Detailing has sent me a new hybrid SiO2 detailer from a brand called Phoenix Pump Zoom Titan hybrid detailer, and he said it's really good and you've got to check it out. So it's been sent to me free of charge, so that might make my review bias. You can decide. So let's look at this, guys. The basics first of all. 16 ounces of it costs 16 quid for an SiO2 detailer. Well, if we look at Geon ceramic detailer, it's 11.50 for 400 mil. So what's that? About another 3 quid, 14.50, 15 quid for 500 mil equivalent. So it's a little bit more expensive than Geon. Done and Dusted SI edition, 15 quid, 500 mil. A little bit more expensive than Done and Dusted SI. And then a non-ceramic quick detailer, the built handle one. I'll give you this because it always gives you the cheapest on the market, really. Auto QD, 16.95 for 500 mil, but I knock it down 1 to 9. So you get 5 litres of it. And I put it in my lovely storage containers that you can buy from Labs Unlimited, for you ask, which cost me pennies. But then you have ones like Angel Wax Enigma, which cost 18.95, you know, for their ceramic spray. So it's somewhere where it should be. You go into Halfords, Maguire's will sell you a ceramic detailer in the green bottle for 20 quid for 750 mil, which when you scale it down is roughly the same price or a little bit cheaper. So you're not getting like, so this company aren't giving you a bargain SiO2 detailer spray that's blasting the market on price. So there you go. Then we've done our due diligence. You can buy a US gallon, which is about 3.781 millilitres, something like that. 47 quid, 95, so 48 quid. So 5 litres of it's probably beyond 60 quid, isn't it? So nothing amazing about the price. What is it? It's a water-based SiO2 hybrid detailer with silica dioxide, microsilica, unique polymers and bonding agents. It claims to be super slick. You can use it on glass, plastic, rubber, trim. It claims it lasts 3 months. Effortless application. You can go on top of waxes, sealants and ceramic coatings, which is good. And you can use it wet or dry. So I like the fact that they've answered all those questions as well, because I sometimes get products that don't, and I'm like, well, I don't know if I can use it as a drying aid. I don't know if I can put it on my glass. So I know how I can use this product now. And to me, it's like one of those toppers that you can use to add slickness and gloss and feel like you've kind of protected your car again, refreshed the protection. But it's probably not, with only 3 months durability, a potent baseline sealant in its own right. And some of these water-based products can be, and they can offer you like a year's protection and beat other sealants and waxes and stuff like that. So it's more a detailer. Okay, a negative, the trigger that come with it wasn't cut to size, so you have to measure it up and cut it down. I personally just find that a little bit tedious because I'm lazy, and a lot of brands cut their triggers to size, so you don't, you know, so it's all done for you. So you're competing with brands that are doing all this, so you've got to look at what everyone else is doing and not just, you know, put yours out there. You've got to knock the other competition for 6. So let's also have a look at the branding and packaging. First of all, I would suggest that the Phoenix company brand logo is way too small. You've got a lot of clear space here. And you really want to get a strong brand identity. So beef up that logo, beef up the Phoenix. And Phoenix as a brand name, you know, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I suppose it's better than calling it like Auto Detailing or something like that, a belt and braces one. It's got a bit of bling to it, but the whole kind of Titan and the classic Gods thing's been done very many times, so it's not that unique. The instructions are good, and it's got all the correct sort of health and safety stuff on it, which is cool. But it doesn't blow me away. The bottle is decent. The product is really well emulsified, so there's no bits in it, even though it says like to shake. Sometimes you get really poor products that are not homogeneous and they're all like in bits. That never looks good. So it seems to be well blended. Okay, let's get on and use it. So all we have to do is we can either spray it onto the microfiber towel and spray it onto the car. So let's spray it onto the car and see what this goes like. What's the trigger like? I'll get a bit of spittage out of that trigger. Always check the triggers. I want a mist and no kickback like that, because that puts little splats on your windscreen and places, you know, dribble. So the trigger could be better. There's a decent misting though. It's not an awful trigger. Yeah, it's okay. So I've misted over the panel there. Some would say, John, you've used far too much. I would say it's a detailer. I want to spray it onto the panel and not worry about how much I've used. So now we'll just use one side of the microfiber and work a wet film up to that swage line there and here. And it spreads really nice. It smells nice. It's got like a berry, fresh berry smell, I'd say, which is quite noticeable, but very nice. I'm just going to rub it in under there as well. And as I've formed this layer, I can feel it starting to grip a bit more, so it's setting. So I can feel that microfiber just sticking a little bit. So we've spread it, and something's happening where it's probably the water's vaping out, and any solvents in it, if it does contain solvent, are vaping out. Now we go to a dry side of the microfiber. Well, yeah, and it's starting to slick up. Yeah, that's nice. That is nice. Yeah. Got a bit of overspray there. So that feels really good. As I go in with that dry buff and just pick up, so I don't leave any like murky film, always on the edges as well, where you haven't where the product stops. But I can't see any of that, so that's pretty good. So it's blending nicely into the panel. And yeah, it does feel really slick, which is a characteristic of SiO2 sprays that I think everyone loves. Yeah, that's nice. That is nice. My car paintwork is already glossy, so it's hard for me to really tell if it's like added that cracking gloss, but it's looking pretty good. And I like the way it works, and I like the smell. Now, let's just put some on the wing. So 3 little mists. Then we go back to our wet side. Spread it all over the wing. You just see the film there. Panel by panel. Spread it so we form a nice film. Then flip. When you're doing this, you know, you're not filming, you want it to go on as quickly as possible, you know, because you've been cleaning the thing, you just want to get it all done. Yeah, and that feels great now. When you do that dry buff, it feels really good. That's nice. Yeah. That panel was really slick. So I would have no problems using this on my car. No concerns. I would use it. And I know it's probably going to add a little bit of beadage. I should probably let this even dry longer, but it doesn't say anything on the label about drying. Yeah, so I've got some good hydrophobicity going on there. And the most important thing is it's quite nice to work with. So let's just brush that off. And I'll go around and do my entire car. But before I do, let's just summarise. So Phoenix Titan looks like a new brand from America that have got a nicely blended ceramic quick detailer spray that you can spray on anything, and it's going to stiffen up, and then when you flip to the dry side it's going to feel nice and smooth and silky, and it's going to add beading. So it's good product, thumbs up. But I like big butts and I cannot lie. As I've said before on this channel, I've done about 3 or 4 SiO2 spray shootout comparisons. I've reviewed tons of SiO2 sprays, and if you generally put them on a nice clean car with good paintwork and spread them and flip and buff, they tend to all be like that, done and dusted. really nice and silky and glossy. The Gillon ceramic detailer is really nice and silky and glossy. The difference is you can get SiO2 sprays or ceramic sprays that have really good durability, like the Autoglym one, you know, is fantastic durability. The Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions ceramic spray is fantastic durability. That Brightmax one was good. So you've got that border, that spectrum of quick detailers, and then the ones that fall into the more stronger ceramic durable sprays. This falls into a sort of more quick detail that's going to give you a few months protection. The really important thing, so the product ticks the box. The really important thing is everyone watching this video is going to be looking at this product thinking, do I need to go and buy this? Should I go and buy this? And the problem you've got is there's so much competition. In my mind, as a brand, Phoenix have to set the bar higher. You have to set the bar higher with your branding. You have to set the bar the highest with the trigger sprays and the bottle type so that you stand out from the crowd. The branding could definitely be better, couldn't it? It's not bad, but it could be better. And then after you've done that, you have to build a range of products which all raise the bar against all of the known kind of market leaders. You might try and match them on durability, hydrophobicity. You might try and undercut them a little bit on price. You might have an angle. Every brand feels that they're premium and they should be charging premium. That's a given, and every brand will say their products are, you know, top quality. So I looked at the range that's available, and I think there's only sort of like 8 products or something like that. There's a wash shampoo, there's some abrasives, there's a true ceramic spray that I don't think is water-based, which is interesting. You know, that might be worth a look. But Phoenix need to do more banging of the pots and pans if you're going to really sell this stuff in large numbers in the UK. That's getting on board professional detailers, offering unique ranges of products, unique application methods like accompanying microfiber. So you've got this amazing desirable range, and then just show it and get people using it and show it. I'm not sure at the moment if the brand has enough horsepower to really trigger a sort of shift in the market and get people talking about it and get people kind of buying it and get the product really going and rolling in the UK, which is what we all want to see. We want to see every single brand succeed. That's why you're getting my raw thoughts. So, core product, really good. All the behind the scenes work, marketing, packaging, accessories, building the brand range, need to increase that work rate and effort, which can take time. And they need to cut those things to size, and you could potentially look at using better triggers as well. So there we go. Titan hybrid detailer. It works. It's slick. It's really slick. That is impressive, guys. That is impressive. That's how I like my paintwork to feel on my car. That's really good, actually. So good product, and I've given you my thoughts on the brand. So there we go. This is available from Into Detailing, and you can use the code forensic to possibly get 10% off. If it doesn't work, it means it's not discountable. I can't keep track of what's discountable and what isn't, but Imran's prices are pretty damn good. So if it's not discountable, it means it can't be, or there's no margin in it. So if you get 10% off, that gets the price down to 1440. Yeah, 1440, which isn't bad. So give it a try and let me know your thoughts. If you have used it, whack in the comments what you think. It does have a little bit of the je ne sais quoi, a little bit of the wow factor with the slickness, but it's in a tough market. Imagine it like an arm wrestle. You're arm wrestling, what's his name? Devon Larratt, the world champion with, you know, the amazing endurance. That's the standard you've got to beat. And to beat this guy, you've got to be able to go over the top. You've got to be a top roller. You've got to get the top roll game going, and you've got to power through. So there's an arm wrestling analogy for you. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I when you